Hello friends and welcome back to the Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. The first episode of this Let's Play was actually received very well by you guys. I'm very surprised actually that you enjoyed it so much, so I thought I would do another one, check out the game a little bit more. We didn't get too far into it and I played for over an hour. I edited a little bit out, but let's keep going and see if we can get anywhere beyond intern. Continue. Alright, so Mariana is the only one that's yellow or finished, but Claire, who's here, she said we were finished, but I missed some things with her, clearly, because her name is still red, so I don't know exactly what that means, but I remember I wrote some notes down. So we've got Mariana's info here. Just to recap, it's been a while since I played the game. So Claire is rich from her inheritance. Her husband David is ill since their altercation. She might be suffering from delusions and has anger problems. Maybe since her parents died. Not sure. Follow up. So I wanted to follow up about that. Bryce is weird. He is a gravedigger and claims that time slows down for him every night at midnight, and he can manipulate his surroundings during the midnight hour. He was depressed before this time slow thing happened. Right, he claims that every night at midnight on his shift at work as a gravedigger, time stops for everyone else besides him. He's a little bit off his rocker, if you ask me. But I didn't really get to delve that deeply into that with him either. So I have a lot of things that I could ask these weirdos. So let's get started. Let's ask them stuff. I think I will not, I'll go away from Claire for now, and see if I can get yellow by anyone else. Let's try Bryce. Hi Bryce. So the last things we asked him, what do you mean extra hour, right?
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please.
Let's ask him that.
An hour later, normal reality continues.
Let's ask him, you wander around?
I can't help you there.
You do as you please?
In the extra hour, I mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend. Sometimes I play chess against myself. It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once.
Does it? That seems rather lonely and boring, though. Chess strengthens the mind, huh?
I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
What about the Queen?
I stumbled across a relic myself. An ancient chess piece. A queen, I believe. The best chess piece. The most freedom of movement. But they took it away immediately and proclaimed the whole east side of Henley Church a protected site of archaeological importance, which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished.
Oh, really?
I wish I hadn't told anyone.
Well, now you told me. Do you go to the church on your extra hour? What is it?
At midnight.
God, there's more there. Oh, the Queen, right?
I stumbled across a relic myself.
Excuse me.
An ancient chess piece.
Okay. You found an ancient chess piece. Archaeologists? Is that spelled right?
I have no.
Alright.
I stumbled across a relic myself.
Relic, maybe?
An ancient chess piece. A queen, I believe.
Or
the
queen.
best chess piece. The most freedom of movement. But they took it away immediately and proclaimed the whole east side of Henley Church a protected site of archaeological importance.
Oh, I forgot the A.
Which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone. Allegedly, Henley Church is located on an old Norman Motte and Bailey castle. I say allegedly because a relic was found and dated around that century, but the archaeologists haven't found any further proof as yet.
This guy sounds really interested in just digging in general, not just grave digging. Maybe he wants to be an archaeologist. Henley Church.
Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. The Queen? No.
Allegedly, Henley Church is located on an old Norman Motte and Bailey castle.
Old Norman. Oh god, I forgot how they spelled Bailey. Probably like that? Okay. The church is off limits?
I don't...
Okay.
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is.
Let's ask him about competent grave diggers. Stressful job. I know I asked him about like the pro-cremation thing already.
You'd think being a gravedigger had it.
What are the perks of being a grave digger? Perks?
That's...
Okay, you can't just say one word. You can't cheat like that very much. Okay.
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that.
Competent gravediggers are running low.
Is that something I should know about?
Probably. Gravediggers that can't use a shovel.
Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman Motte and Bailey.
Yep.
You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
Are there many relics beneath the church?
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists.
Oh.
They handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it.
So you don't know why they were there then? What about the Scientologists?
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore.
Ooh.
There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
I agree, actually. Religion can be weird. Yes. I agree. There are a lot of religions.
Then we agree. Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor?
Zeitgeist.
Some of it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely they've all got it wrong than one of them has got it right.
That's true. I like this guy's a very insightful person. He's okay to talk to. Aside from the really creepy part where, you know, he's a gravedigger and he's a little bit weird and thinks time stops at midnight. That's the only downside, though. What was that word that he just told me about? Damn it. Zeitgeist?
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
And then I said, yes, there are a lot of religions.
Then we agree. Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor? Some of it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely they've all got it wrong.
Actually, there's no stars by that, so I guess I don't need to follow up on that one. And I finished that one. What about,
I'm not sure I believe...
You don't believe in religion.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion.
You used to believe in God?
I'm not sure God would have given a man an extra hour a day. Not just a single man. My extra hour is a gift, but sometimes it's a curse.
Why is it a curse?
I sound like I'm complaining, don't I? I'll stop now.
No, it's okay. No. No need to stop. Do tell.
I can't help you there.
So you just won't tell me? Is your extra hour a curse or a blessing? 2 stars here still.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes.
Why does time freeze at midnight specifically? Okay.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues.
Normal reality continues.
I have no knowledge.
Gosh, I really don't know what to ask him about this. I tried, like, everything last time. What about this?
I'm pro-cremation. Not just because I don't have to dig a grave. They still need a hole for the interment of ashes. It's more dignified, like you're becoming one with...
Become one with the universe again.
I don't have...
Gosh.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop.
At midnight, time slows down?
That doesn't...
Damn it. It must be something in the next sentence, though, because I've
At
asked
midnight each
every
day,
variation
time
of
as
the
you know
sentence.
it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop.
Yeah.
But I don't.
You don't.
I'm free to wander around and do as I please.
Wander around, maybe?
An hour later, normal reality continues.
So, at midnight, you wander around and do as you please. Damn it. What about normal reality?
That...
Time freezes at midnight. Gosh, I have no idea. Maybe I should have a hint. Let's take a hint. Oh, I haven't asked him about Dekker yet. Oh, what do you think about Dr. Dekker?
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons, actually.
Really?
I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
That was it? I wanted to lead, man. Why didn't you like Dr. Dekker?
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end.
Towards the
I'm
end?
surprised he didn't kill himself.
Motive? Motive? Why would he kill himself?
He wasn't a good man. I don't know how he could live with himself. Perhaps he couldn't.
Why couldn't he live with himself?
I have no knowledge.
Why wasn't he a good man? Dr. Dekker was a bad man?
Sorry, I don't.
Damn it! Tell me about Dr. Dekker.
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
Okay. Did Dr. Dekker think you were depressed? Oh, is he drinking coffee? All right. In a clear mug, too. Those are my favorite. Let's ask him if chess helps with his depression. Dr. Dekker, death.
That's me.
We're getting somewhere here.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please.
Maybe I have to say, you don't slow down at midnight?
Is that something I should...
Your world does not slow down.
I can't help you.
Did you tell Dr. Dekker about your world?
In the hour, people are pliable.
The
They
hour?
don't move. But I can move them.
In the hour, people don't move?
I do a lot of work in my extra
Ah.
hour. I move people into graves.
Oh, right, he said he caught up on his work. Okay. During the hour, what else do you do? I'm curious, everybody. Oh boy, I'm so curious. More like not having a freaking clue what question to ask.
In the hour, people are pliable. They don't move. But I can move them.
During the hour, you can move people?
I don't have any...
Oh, I spelled that wrong. You can move people?
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own
Midnight hour. All right, I'm gonna ask for another hint from this guy. What does he mean by midnight hour? I've asked you that like 8,000 times, dude. What do you mean by midnight hour?
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
Oh, I think you are dealing with your depression by inventing a... I don't even know how to say this without being a complete jerk. I think you're dealing with your depression subconsciously by... Or your brain is, rather. Maybe he, like... What if he passes out or something? That's weird. Or what if it's something really messed up, like he steals Mariana's hour away from her and she blacks out at midnight. But no, but he does it every night, so that's a ridiculous theory anyways. Your depression subconsciously by creating your own alternate world where you can battle your stress. That did not work. I don't think you are insane. I think you are a cool guy that needs a lot of mental stimulations.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe you don't actually want me to answer. I'm not really sure. You should...
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day.
I think you really do have an extra hour. Am I supposed to agree with him?
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
It's real. Okay. Moving on.
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work.
You kept missing deadlines?
Apparently, I've gone a little mad. For me, I have 25-hour days.
Yeah, you've said that. You have 5-hour days. 25-hour days. 25-hour days. Alright, that's going nowhere.
I'm pro-cremation.
Yep.
Not just because I don't have to dig a grave. They still need a hole for the interment of ashes. It's more dignified. Like, you're
Alright. Clearly, I need to ask you more about specifically the time freezing thing. Does your hour help how... I guess, how does your extra hour help battle your depression? It's because he's not stressed out anymore. So you are not stressed out anymore. You can meet all your deadlines. Blurg schmurg.
In the hour, people are pliable.
People are pliable?
Isn't it obvious? I've tried moving them, of course. People are often frozen in the most inconvenient of positions.
That's really weird, dude.
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Dekker pushed you?
I know you're asking questions to try and get a bearing.
Yeah.
But I'd rather not talk about that now. Let's just enjoy the getting to know you phase before the ugliness kicks in.
Oh, good. I can't wait for that to happen. We almost are exhausting all of our stuff here.
I know you're asking questions to try and get a bearing.
Why don't you want to talk about Dekker?
I'm pro.
Ah,
I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
do you have the Queen? Have you found any other relics at the church? Do you play chess with the Queen? Wow. Alright, let's add that Bryce found a old relic at the church. Are digging there, and currently it's off limits. Let's go back to Claire. Maybe since we've had a breather, we'll figure out some more stuff we can ask her.
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch.
Let's ask
And when
about
I
the lake
return
house.
the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Do you live at the lake house?
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
Okay. Why don't you live together?
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer that.
Alright, fine. See, that's like kind of another reason why I think he's actually dead and she's imagining him, because if he's not even living with her, then she doesn't even see him all the time. So it'd be easy for her to make that up whenever she goes to the lake house. She just imagines him there.
I'm an only child and my parents are both dead. Naturally, I inherited everything.
How did your parents die?
I don't know.
You don't know, okay. Tell me about your parents' death.
It was an accident,
Aha.
but I don't feel like talking about it at the moment.
An accident. Okay, so that's done.
They think I'm seeing things, making things up. I don't want to talk about it.
What kind of things do they think you're seeing?
Yes, Dr. Dekker did think I was delusional when he first met me. He changed his mind after getting to know me better, as I hope he will too.
Really? So Dr. Dekker didn't think she was seeing things in the end?
I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided.
His name is David, right? David? Yeah.
Divorce is such an imperfect means of separating two people, don't you think? I suppose I don't really mean it. I thought he was my soulmate and that I would do anything for him. That's a weakness that has caused me problems.
Love is a weakness?
I don't have an answer. Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
I know, but it has a star by it. Alright, well, we got some more stuff at least. What was not avoided? Ah.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him.
Okay, so she thinks the same thing then that Bryce thinks. She's surprised that Dr. Dekker didn't kill himself. What reasons did Dr. Dekker have for killing himself?
Dr. Dekker just had that look about him. You know what they say about us crazies. Takes one to know one.
Oh. So, you think Dr. Dekker was crazy? Dr. Dekker depressed? Huh. Dr. Dekker was one of the crazies?
Who's to say who is sane or insane? We all see the world differently, don't we?
See, this is one thing I don't like about the game, where it makes sense in some of the questions you ask, but like, after that point, if I should have been able to get that answer by typing Dr. Dekker and crazy in the same sentence. Instead of having to say crazies? Like, I have to be really specific sometimes, which I guess there's still an answer there, though. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Let's try and ask some more about Dr. Dekker. That is what we care about, after all.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him.
You were wrong about Dekker? Dekker didn't bring his death upon himself. Were you friends with Dr. Dekker? Dr. Dekker's death was shocking.
I don't have anything to say.
Screw you, man! Or woman.
Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
free you from what madness? Even though I already know.
I'm in a bit of a predicament, Doctor. I'll get to that.
We already got to that, I'm sure. Yeah. What is your predicament? That's gonna lead to something we already asked, right? Because she was like, I need you to help me. I need you to believe me, blah, 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 blah.
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
Optician named Iris?
David doesn't work now. He's not very communicative anymore, so a job is out of the question. He used to be an optician. Now he just spends all his time at the lake house, frittering his time away. I stabbed him with a steak knife.
Okay, yep.
Shocking, isn't it?
Yep. Why steak knife? Why did you stab David? You stabbed David with a steak knife. Damn it. There's nothing else I can ask about that. Like, what?
I stabbed him with a steak knife. Shocking, isn't it?
Like, why did you stab him? Did you stab him for cheating on you? Alright.
The police seem to think I'm dangerous. I'm only sitting here talking to you because I have a lot of money. Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time. That's why I need your help, Doctor.
Right. And then I say, you need my help? I can help you. Tell me about Iris.
David doesn't work now. He's not very communicative anymore, so
David does not communicate anymore? Alright, let's do a hint. I should ask who she is. What do you mean, who she is? Okay, who are you?
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
Well, I am now, but I already forgot your name. Claire. Oh, that was the thing I was missing? Are you serious? Oh, God. I already knew her name was Claire. I didn't know I have to freaking... Whatever. Whatever. Okay, so we got 2 down. Should we go to a new person? Let's see. 38 minutes down. We got time for one more, to start off one more person. Let's do Ellen. Hello? Oh, hi. Hi. Who are you?
Yes, I can talk about all of that. What do you want to talk about first?
Who are you?
I'm Elin. I'm
Elin.
25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
Yes. Why are you here?
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
What is your job?
I work in a nursing home for the elderly. I basically do end-of-life care.
End-of-life care, huh?
The usual things. Making sure the patients are comfortable, making sure they're not in any pain, and I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds. I comfort them.
That sounds like a really hard job. Like, especially if she's only 25, like imagine having that job. Like, how would you tell someone, oh, don't worry, you're just gonna die, it'll be fine. I don't really know, though. I'm only 25 and I have like 80 years left to live. Yeah. Is your job stressful?
It can be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job.
Yeah.
I don't get stressed about it or anything.
Really? Because you see, why are you here then? You don't get stressed about it? Your job is not the reason you're here?
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
You just said you weren't stressed about it, though. Okay. Okay, let's talk about work.
No, sorry.
What do you need to talk about?
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse.
Do you like dating shows?
I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
Uh-huh. I'm sure. You're married to your work.
Yes, I love my job. I love my patients. Even the really crotchety ones, you know? Oh God, you should hear what comes out of their mouths. They're like my children in a way. That sounds weird, doesn't it?
Yes, yes it does. They're much older than you.
Yes, I love my job. I love my patients.
Love your patience.
I'm really bad at this, aren't I?
Okay,
It can be sad sometimes.
can I ask her if it's sad, I guess?
I don't like
losing a patient. What's it like losing a patient?
I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
Me? What about me?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or something.
What? The weakest link?
No,
What is going on in my notes? Sorry for writing in your notes. Can you let Ellen know that Terry called for her? Okay. Terry called for you.
Terry's one of the other nurses at the home. I don't think she likes me very much.
Why doesn't Terry like you? That doesn't even lead anywhere? What was the point of that? Huh. Okay.
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work.
What do you think about Dr. Dekker?
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems.
Okay. What were your problems? Dr. Dekker was interested in your problems.
Well, yes, that's true. But still, it was nice to be listened to.
House officer! Great.
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work.
Someone to talk to you about work.
I'd really like to be able...
Okay.
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. Dr. Dekker was a strange one. He wasn't what I expected, that's for sure. I had mixed feelings about him.
What were your mixed feelings?
Maybe it's natural to have mixed feelings about your therapist. I mean, you tell them all your secrets, and they have all this power over you. You've got to trust that they know what they're doing. I think Dr. Dekker knew what he was doing.
You sound unsure about Dr. Dekker. Did Dr. Dekker know what he was doing? Okay.
The usual things. Making sure the patients are comfortable, making sure they're not in any pain, and I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds. I comfort them. Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown. No one should have to face that alone.
Very noble of you. Are you frightened of the great unknown?
No, death doesn't scare me.
Really?
It's probably because I've been around it so much, but I haven't seen anything that's made me feel like it's something to fear. I don't think death is an end. I think it's a doorway to another place. I'm just not sure where. Where do you think we go when we die, Doctor?
Eldon asked me where we go when we die. Heaven? Valhalla, maybe. I can think of half a dozen more. I think we go to Sovngarde. That's not how you spell it, is it? She's not gonna know what that is anyway. We go to Sovngarde? Is that how you spell it? When we die.
I feel really bad. I can't answer your question.
Okay, maybe I have to say a real thing. We go to another life when we die. Heaven.
I don't believe in God, so I can't really claim to believe in heaven.
Valhalla.
I don't really know what that is. Something to do with Vikings, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe we go to the moon.
I don't know.
Maybe we go to Canada.
No.
Maybe we go to... I don't know. I'm sad that Sovngarde didn't work. Okay, anyways. I don't know.
No.
Well, I feel like I was supposed to answer her, but I failed, which is sad.
I don't really know what that is. Something to do with Vikings, isn't it?
Vikings are cool.
I feel really bad.
Alright. The Great Unknown.
No, death doesn't scare me. It's probably because I've been around it so much, but I haven't seen anything that's made me feel like it's something to fear. I don't think death is an end. I think it's a doorway to another place. I'm just not sure where. Where do you think we go when we die, Doctor?
Hell.
Hell isn't real. Whoever came up with that idea has a lot to answer for.
All right. What else we got?
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
Okay. Someone to talk to about work?
I'm really bad.
Talk about work?
I'd really like to...
Dr. Dekker's death. Tell me about Dekker's death?
I haven't really got anything to say about that.
Really? I can't ask her about it?
The usual things.
Oh, what are the usual things?
No.
You talk to them a lot. Damn it! Well, butts. Alright, it has been almost an hour. I think I'm gonna not edit so much of this video out. That's why I'm making it a teensy bit shorter. I feel like... Well, we've made some progress, but we still have a lot of questions to ask all these people. I might keep going until I at least figure out if I can get past this act. I really am curious, like, who killed Dr. Dekker now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this game kind of is addicting in the way that you keep finding more little tiny answers. And it's really, really juicy when they talk about Dr. Dekker, but, like, when they talk about their own problems, it's like, pff, whatever. So, I don't know. I think we have to get to, like, the next act before we can talk more in depth about Dr. Dekker stuff, at least with the people that we've already talked to. But we found out some interesting stuff so far. If you're still enjoying it, let me know in the comments below, and I will do another video on it. Thank you so much for joining me once again, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye-bye.